I don't think it's a secret that the ungrateful tend to be on one side of the spectrum.
Oh, there it is! There it is! That's his ending.
Got him!
That was your lesson on gratitude?
Pog!
That was a lesson on nothing.
It's the Casey and Zoe thing.
Let's look at Dennis Prager's gratitude talk.
Yeah?
This is what Dennis Prager thought was the good stuff to put up right after a bunch of preschoolers were killed.
Appropriate.
This is what was important.
Notes! This episode was filmed before the tragedy. Oh, he gotcha!
You, Dennis.
But they haven't...
You crafty devil.
But they haven't brought it up yet, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, well...
Let's hear it.
Let's be grateful, guys.
Because I do think gratitude is a good thing.
Oh, I think it's essential.
To a point.
I think gratitude is essential, and they've done studies that gratitude, or the expression of gratitude, is actually a great healer.
Absolutely.
For sickness of any kind.
Totally. I love gratitude, and that's why it disgusts me how right-wingers use appeals to the value of gratitude to basically push obedience. That anytime someone on the left says, like, hey, I don't like this, it seems like it's encroaching on my freedom, they're like, shh, ingrate. Do you know how great this country is? Can you imagine it would be like you live in another country, or the shitty other countries all shitty there? You're so ungrateful. So, like, that's why I hate when right-wingers talk about gratitude, because they use it as a cudgel to invalidate people's legitimate complaints about our garbage society.
Which is not, it's not authentic gratitude.
No.
It's just egocentricity, really.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. All right,
Lay it
Denny.
on us, Denny.
All right, Denny.
Come on, Denny, give us a grand
Hi,
slam
everybody.
breakfast.
Dennis Prager here.
What
Loud.
the fuck, Dennis?
Shut up, Dennis. You're
Turn him down
way
for us,
too
too.
loud.
He's too loud. Okay.
All right, Dennis. You get one more try.
Side chat number 200 and...
39.
His dog is cute.
Otto was real...
Yeah.
I love his dog.
His dog's great.
Okay.
That was a new one.
He should stop doing chats and just show us videos of his
Is that
dog.
in reaction to 239? So this...
As soon as Dennis Prager started talking, the dog went... I just find that so funny.
guy, I was just in Alaska. I literally came back today. And it is amazing. Two things amaze me. First, I was up there for a number of lectures, and I must admit I was touched by this. More people stopped me in Anchorage and even in rural Alaska to get selfies and say hi than even where I live in LA. And
is that surprising?
Needless to say, almost everybody mentions Otto. I spoke.
LA is very left wing. Alaska is very right wing.
Duh.
What a.
Why would anyone in LA want a selfie with you, you psycho?
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah. Is this what he's grateful about? Is this where the gratitude
One of the leftiest cities in America isn't filled with people kissing your ass, Dennis?
Fucking weird.
But then you go to weirdo, isolated, right-wing Alaska, and suddenly all the freaks want to fucking lick your dick. And you're like, isn't that interesting? No.
Spoke to one large group, and the bio included reference to Otto. The actual printed bio. You're a hit, man. You are a hit.
So Otto's Tales is based on his dog.
Yeah.
Oh, well, his dog's fucking cute, and I'll give him that.
Cute.
Thanks for having a dog. I hope you treat it right.
Hey, it's a good, there's a good thing. He's taking care of a dog, and that's nice.
You know what? I have gratitude for the fact that Dennis Prager shows some humanity by taking care of an animal.
If only all he did was take care of his dog, the world would be a better place.
It is telling, though, that his dog puked in his mouth when you started talking.
And as I always note, never goes to his head. By the way, if you haven't been to Alaska, may I suggest that you visit?
You may not.
It was not my first trip.
Sure.
I think it was
No!
my fourth,
You
but
have
I
my
never
permission,
ceased
Dennis.
to be touched by its beauty and met a lot of wonderful people, which I do everywhere, because there are wonderful people everywhere. There are awful people everywhere and wonderful people everywhere.
Agree.
And a basic trick in life is maximize the number of wonderful people in your life and minimize the number of awful people in your life.
Yeah.
Sure.
But especially the maximize the number of wonderful people. That is one of the great blessings of my life, the number of wonderful people that have come into my life. It's
Do you care about the number of wonderful people in your life? I'm curious.
impossible for me to overstate how much that means to me. So what I was thinking, as I always do, about what I would talk about, and this is not like an issue in the news, and often I don't do an issue in the news. This is more about insights into life generally than into any one specific, although I do specific. The last time I spoke about how sad I was about the president's speech in Buffalo, which, well, then I won't start it. You could all see it. It's my column up.
Back to the point, Dennis. Back to the point. Digression.
You can do it.
Digression.
You can do it.
Digression.
Many other places.
Digression.
So I was
There you
thinking
go.
about my favorite subject in some ways, and that is gratitude.
Can you speed him up?
And what
I can't
prompted it.
take this. Fuck.
There's
Oh,
literally a
Always
minute
prompted
left.
because
Okay.
This country is divided between the grateful and the ungrateful. If you really had to divide the country into two groups, obviously you could say left wing and right wing. You could say Democrat and Republican. There are a whole host of things you can say. My big division is between the grateful and the ungrateful.
Now, Dennis, do you think that the extent of a person's gratitude might bear some sort of a causal connection to how privileged they are from the get-go? Like if you're born a well-off white man who was born on third base and had it pretty easy his whole life, maybe like it's a little easier to feel grateful when you're that guy than when like you were born gay.
Yeah.
And then like society hates you for no good reason, then maybe it's a little harder to muster up the gratitude when you're not a fat, spoiled, fascist piece of shit. Maybe. Consider it! Think it over and see how it feels to you.
And I don't think it's a secret that the ungrateful tend to be on one side of the spectrum.
Oh, there it is! There it is! That's his ending.
Got him!
That was your lesson on gratitude?
Pog!
That was a lesson on nothing. That was a lesson on
guys,
aimless babbling.
The left is a long rebel.
Did anybody need some tips on how to aimlessly babble? Well, here's your lesson, folks. School's in session. Here's how to meander from unconnected point to unconnected point and then shit on the left and then cut the black. Holy fuck.